Hello, welcome back. I am the Boogeyman. Do you want to hear a story? I bring you tales from the Boogey world. I bring you tales to help send you off to sleep. Come, sleep. Let me help you. Before I tell you a tale, I will guide you through a short meditation to relax your body and prepare you for a night of dreams or nightmares. Would you like that? Good. Make sure you finish off any other tasks before we begin. Use the bathroom, drink a glass of water, check under your bed. Make sure there is no other reason to leave your comfort before we enter absolute comfort. You may pause this podcast right here and resume when you're back. Are you ready? Lay down, sweet friend. Lay on your bed, on your floor. No harsh textures around you. Only soft, only gentle. Let's breathe together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Close your eyes for me. Push away the tension in your eyebrows. You can use both of your hands or just the one, but be gentle with yourself. Release that tension. No need to frown now. Let the calm wash over your face. Unclench your jaw, rest your eyelids and your tongue. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Roll your shoulders all the way back. Melt into the mattress. Release your shoulders and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let go of the stresses in your body, in your shoulders, in your neck, your hips, your legs, toes, fingers. Surrender your body to sleep. Come and join me in the Boogey world. Let me tell you a tale about 2 stubborn sisters and a shapeshifter. This story is called Púca, the nightmare god. This story starts with 2 sisters. They argue loudly. What they argue about does not matter too much. There is always something to argue about. They never seem to argue with anyone else. Their sisterhood seems to be the exception for their rages. Only slightly older, but definitely the bigger sister, Nina, is smart but is headstrong, and the slightly younger sister, Anna, is curious but persistent. They share a room in the house that their grandfather built. A couple generations, plenty of people, plenty of rooms, but just not enough to have to share. On this particular evening, the windows are shut closed, with the rain hitting the glass hard. Nina makes a quiet remark about how Anna is breathing too loud on the top bunk. Anna, painting her nails and mouthing along to the music in her headphones, won't admit that she can hear her sister complaining between the song changes. After well enough time of hearing her breathe in annoying patterns along to the music, Nina climbs the ladder to the top bunk in a furiously quick step up, just high enough to snatch the Walkman from beside her sister, ripping the headphones from her ears.
Whoa, are you being serious?
God, you're so annoying. Why can't you just be quiet?
What do you even mean? You're insane.
No, you are. You're doing it on purpose.
Doing what on purpose?
Ugh, shut up. You're so loud.
You're literally shouting.
The girls continue to escalate, arguing in circles, never stopping to understand each other. There is no winning, and after a while, the usual door kick down and berating from their mother has not come. Nina turns around to see that someone is standing behind the textured glass of the door. The silhouette looks like their mother, but why is she just standing there? She looks back at her sister before yelling out,
Mom, Anna keeps being noisy just to get on my nerves. I'm trying to read, but...
The silhouette does not move.
Mum, she's lying. I was just sitting on my bed.
The silhouette still does not move. A sudden realization hits both of them at about the same time. No one aside from the sisters should be home. They all left to go to a wedding about an hour ago. They should still be on the motorway right now. That right there behind that door could not possibly be their mother.
Mom?
Who is that?
They hear a quiet chuckle before the silhouette grows slightly, shifts its shape, and its ears peek out from its rounded head. Both girls are frozen by fear for a moment. Knees barely holding them up, they both run to hide behind the old couch in the middle of the room. Nina closes her eyes and holds herself in an upright fetal position. She whispers a repeated prayer. She asks for help, pleads for mercy. Anna takes her deep breaths, trying to build the confidence to figure out what to do next. She's looking for an escape plan. Peering from behind the couch, the creature is gone, or at least from directly behind the door. She hushes her sister, who is crying softly, and listens for any movement. Nina's soft cries may be quiet, but they feel very, very loud right now. Sounds of pots and pans, and then sizzling and frying begin beyond the door. The kitchen is downstairs, but they do not register that the kitchen is sounding closer than it should be. They are more focused on the shape-shifting creature seemingly cooking right now.
Girls, are you hungry?
A voice almost like their mother's calls out to them. They look at each other, bartering with their sanity. That maybe it could be just their mum, and they're just misunderstanding. They both are looking at the door again, both too scared to answer.
Girls.
The silhouette reappears, and the girls fall back. It's smaller now and looks almost like a bear or an animal-human hybrid. It reaches its hand slowly onto the glass and taps its fingers gently.
Don't be shy, girl.
It says.
It can't get in.
Nina says, wiping snot from her dripping nose onto her sleeve.
Can we get out?
Anna's suddenly optimistic. Nina feels certain that if the mysterious shapeshifter cannot get in, then they certainly cannot get out. Anna checks the window for an escape plan, but the window is too small and they are too high up, and there is nothing to climb down with and no safe landing below. If they fall, then they're dead. So they are trapped. 3 strong knocks at the door. They both turn. Standing tall, a manly figure speaks with authority.
Hello? Is everything all right in there? We've had reports of a disturbance in the area. I'm just checking in.
Police? Or another trick?
Officer?
Nina stands immediately, ready to accept help. Anna, however, is not so easily tricked. She hushes her sister, and they both watch as the silhouette changes yet again, and then back into the kitchen. That is definitely not out there, sizzling whatever it might be pretending to sizzle. They exhaust their escape plans. They are too scared, and there is no other way out besides that door. And that door is locked. And the creature is on the other side. The creature stops sizzling. We hear it plate something up, whistle as it goes, and then it slides a plate under the door somehow. There isn't space to slide a plate under, and yet here it is. 4 triangles of 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. They don't look too suspicious. In fact, they look delicious. The girls do not touch them at first. The creature is at the door again. It always seems to be, even when it's not, It's always guarding the door. Nina begins to accept her fate. She begins to accept that they are trapped and that this creature is keeping them, feeding them. After some time, they inspect the sandwiches. Nothing seems strange. Just bread and butter and cheese and ketchup on the side. Nina takes the first bite. She wants to be sure that it's safe for her younger sister, but also she is just so very hungry. And after that first bite, she scoffs down the rest of the triangle and urges Anna to eat too. And it was good. Whoever that creature is can cook. And he is a good cook. He's a friend of mine, remember? Anyway, by the end of the 2nd day and the 5th meal that has been slid under the door, Nina has become content. She's accepted all that she has. She's back to reading her books to pass the time, seemingly unbothered or unfazed by the creature outside. She does not want to try escaping anymore. It seems hopeless. and honestly quite pointless to her. She has everything she needs. Anna does not feel the same, although she does not feel that the creature means to harm them, at least not immediately. It's been feeding them. They hear a knock and then there is food, drinks, snacks, books for Nina, games for Anna. They are being kept very well. But Anna does not want to be kept. The guarding creature changes voices and shapes, but they have come to understand that it is always the same creature. After a week or so, living in this room that at some point has begun to look like an entire apartment without the kitchen and no need for a kitchen, their every want or need for material things or food are consistently met and provided for, slid under the door. Anna did not stop trying to convince her sister to leave with her. Nina kept her away from the door and did not allow her to try picking the lock. Not that she would even really know how to anyway. Anna needed a new plan. Anna was going to pick the lock and she was going to try get help for Anna. She had made that decision. Though she did not know how to pick the lock, she had decided that she would. Nina begged her to stay, but she could not convince her. They were both very stubborn. She peered through the keyhole very carefully, surprised to see no key taking up space. When she stood, she saw the shadow of the creature behind the door. There was no doubt that it could see her too. She needed to be brave now, and also prepared. There were no weapons in the room, so she armed herself with a camera tripod, tightened up and stiffened. She put on a denim jacket and a puffer coat on top, which she knew would not stop something sharp from penetrating to her body, but she wanted to feel like it could help somehow. Armed and prepped, Nina could not watch. She climbed back into her bed, blanket over her head, and carried on reading her book.
Please, Nina, come with me, please.
Anna begged one more time.
If you won't come, then I'll send help, okay? I promise.
She did not say goodbye. She did not want it to be goodbye. Taking a long, deep breath, she finally turned the doorknob. Heart racing through her chest, the door opened. It wasn't locked. Was it ever locked? On the other side of the door, stood to the side, was a dark, furry creature, stood up like a man, but legs like a goat, ears like a bear, horns like the devil himself, eyes round and yellow. It did not speak, but it tilted its head. Anna stuck to the wall, closing the door beside her, creeped past the creature who did not flinch and who did not try to stop her. She paused for a second.
Who are you?
and then she ran. Púca did not follow. She looked behind her to see if it would, but it did not. It did not enter the room either. Running down the hall, when she reached the exit door, a bright light overwhelmed her eyes. She brought up her arm to cover, and when she brought her arm back down, she was sitting up in a bed. In her own bed. In her own bedroom. Suddenly, it all felt very clear. She was awake now, and she wasn't before. Ripping the blanket off of her, her body feels weak, and she realizes that there is an IV drip stuck in her arm and a tube up her nose, various wires coming out of her. She's wearing cotton pajamas and thick socks. Removing all of the tubes and the wires very carefully and slowly, but carrying the IV drip with her as to not disturb the needle, she walks, heart racing, to her sister's room. She's always had her own room. And there she is, asleep.
Wake up, Nina, wake up, wake up.
She doesn't.
Nina, please.
She shakes her sleeping body. All the same tubes and wires and needles and drips and monitors. She yells and she screams at her sister to wake up. And here comes running up the stairs her mother. She screams and she cries, and then they both cry. Her mother cries happy tears to see her up and awake, and Anna cries sad tears because Nina is not awake. It may seem very sad, but that's because it is. Púca, if you're wondering, has never harmed Nina, but he does guard her and keep her alive. She's long forgotten her life outside of sleep. She's not woken yet. She may never wake up, but she can if she believed she could. Anna has tried to revisit, but no luck. She is racked with guilt for leaving her behind and wants to help her so badly. She tries to imagine the place, to convince Nina to follow her out, but she cannot reach her. Now, this may all change in time, but it has not happened yet. They are older now, and Anna has moved away to pursue her dreams, and Nina stays trapped, reading her books in the Boogey world. Her human body stuck in the human realm, taken care of by nurses and her parents. I'm afraid I can't offer you a happier ending than that. Púca enjoys his job, and Nina is happy to read and to eat and to play by herself, always young, never getting older. And Anna is tormented, but she lives in freedom. So, if you ever feel trapped, try the door before you accept your fate. Thank you for listening to this tale. It's an honest story from a friend of mine in the Boogey world. I hope it will help you to better understand us. This podcast is brought to you by the Boogey World Podcast Production Network and is sponsored by peptoabysmal.co.uk, the pink and baggy 90s 2000s nostalgia t-shirt brand. Visit linktr.ee linktr.ee/theboogeyworld for all things BOOGEYWORLD, including links to the website, other podcasts, events, and more. All links will be included in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. I hope you're resting now, friend. I have so enjoyed sharing this tale with you. I look forward to spending time with you again. Goodbye for now. Rest well.